Hi, everybody. This is Janet D, the PT, as a licensed physical therapist who focuses on seniors. Today's video is going to be about incontinence products. Isn't it so overwhelming to not know what you need to buy or when you're at the store? Okay, so we're going to talk about product number one. It's going to be an insert, so a panty liner or just a pad that goes inside a regular pair of underwear. Okay, now, who would need a panty liner or an insert, okay? Would be somebody who is aware that they have occasional leaks, okay? This is somebody who knows when they're wet or have that sense of urgency, or they pee when they sneeze, okay? This is somebody who can change their own insert, okay? They usually have them stuffed in a drawer next to the toilet, okay? And they come in so many different brands and sizes, so they could be extra long one. They could have ones with wings to attach to the underwear, okay? Now, things to be aware of for an insert is that how long are you supposed to actually wear it, okay? Now, it will be even labeled on the products, okay, of how long you should wear it. So for this brand, this version, it's 8 hours, okay? Now, somebody who's using an insert, I'm also going to bring up to them about pelvic health physical therapy, okay? Because there are ways that we can get ahead or reduce the number of inserts that we need, okay? And I think anytime that we can, go from using like 4 of these in a day to 2, I consider that a win. Okay. Now, new things coming to the market include underwear. So, underwear, okay, that already has the inserts built in. Okay, and you can see how this goes from the front all the way to the back, because sometimes people can have fecal incontinence, and we definitely don't want that showing through our pants. Okay, so that's why I do like that these cotton ones actually have a higher back. This is also good for drippage or if you fall asleep, right? Okay, now the thing about having the underwear is, again, it's for somebody who is aware of their leakage, okay? Who can change themselves, okay? Because especially for the cloth ones, okay, these inserts that they have built into the material, it's not like it's going to hold everything. Okay, so, be prepared that if you go this route that you might have to change your underwear throughout the day. So if you're out with the ladies or going to exercise or a social activity, you might actually want to have an extra pair of this in your purse. Okay, just something to think about. Okay, so what happens if somebody is starting to not be fully aware of leakage? Okay, we can go into a pull-up version. Okay, now this is where it's got the elastic band and it has the liner already built in. Okay, now this is a pair of guys. Okay, but I don't care if somebody has the guy version or the girl version. That doesn't faze me. Sometimes for the guys, I even recommend some of the female versions because let's face it, for the females, they do provide bigger options. And so sometimes for the guys, if they need that longer version or something a little bit thicker, I'll recommend a different option besides the guy gray versions. Okay. Now, how do you know which side is the front? Okay, I get this question actually a lot. Okay, so they put this rectangle, they put this little marker in the back. Okay, this is the back because we're so used to looking for tags, right? Okay, now when you use the pull-ups, again, this becomes something where you might have to change it throughout the day. Okay, so it's easy to rip apart at the seams to take them off, but putting them on might be a struggle. So it's just something to think about, that if somebody cannot reach down to their toes, that this might not be the option for them unless you have somebody who actually who helps you in the washroom. Okay, and then I'll do another video about how to actually get this on without taking off your pants. Okay, but so this is another option. I do have some people tell me that they get a little bit itchy because you see how it's got the folds, right? Because it's supposed to be adjustable. That sometimes they can feel itchy from the material. So this is something where making sure that somebody is clean and dry is really important, and making sure that their skin is moisturized. Okay, so one of the things that I do is I really like these. Okay, now these are like an all body wipe. Okay, which is great because full body, right? But it's also pH balance, which means that, and aloe based, so it's going to be really soft but still beneficial for your skin. Okay, and then oh yeah, rinse free. So this is not, so if somebody also does a sponge bath, this is a great added option. Okay, now how often are we actually supposed to change these suckers? Okay, as soon as they get wet. Okay, this is not the time to try to save a buck on your health. Okay, you want to be clean and dry down there. Okay, now what I've seen some people do is if they're going out on like an activity or something and they're worried about accidents, I've seen people do not only the pull up, but then they'll do an insert inside the pull up. And so if the insert gets wet, they toss out the insert, but they still have a backup plan. Okay, so that's just something to keep in mind. Okay, all right, next and last level. Okay, and just a word of advice. Okay, make sure you're getting the sizes that actually fit for yourself or your loved one. Okay, if it's too big, guess what? The leak is just going to go right on through. Okay, so this next one is, it's kind of, we're going to call it a diaper, okay? But that's just because it's reminiscent of from childhood, okay? And now this is a version of what, if somebody has extra leakage or somebody who is bedbound, this is probably more of an option for incontinence, okay? Because you can roll them in bed, slide this underneath, and then you're going to attach it, okay? And here are your slides, okay, slides, all right? Okay, I like this also for my people who go to the bathroom with somebody all the time, okay? Because this is just an easier option of being able to change them without having to take off their pants or redress them, okay? But it goes again based off of comfort, okay? So this is softer, okay, than the pull-up, okay? So this is going to be a little bit smoother on your skin. Okay. Now, I've also seen, again, that double up option where, especially at nighttime, because these are, relatively thin, they're also nice because they have the line. So they tell you if they're wet without having to check the hard way. Okay. But you can also double these up as an option. Okay. If you really like this video, go ahead and press like, share, subscribe, tell your friends and neighbors. Janet D, the PT.